120k miles either way.
Accidentally clicked on another stream there. Started playing some random audio. Well, the lap record, race lap record, obviously not qualifying lap record around Australia, I believe, is a 1:24.1. Schumacher hasn't been broken in in almost 20 years, despite the cars getting faster and faster. Be interesting to see if it's broken today. Of course, the Canada lap record was a 1:11.0. And that was broken last week by our race winner, Sir Reese. So we'll see what happens today. I'm excited. 50%. A change in the regulations to a degree. 50% this time. No reverse grid. I'm excited for it. I'm sure. I think we're just waiting for all the drivers to compile into the lobby. He might need to restart his Xbox, but I'm not in that party to tell him, Sir Reese. If you hard reset, it should fix all your NAT issues, but I don't know if he's watching the stream, if he can hear me, or if anyone's in the party with him. If he holds down his power button for, I think, 10 seconds, it'll reset his Xbox like softly, and then we'll reset his NAT type. Doesn't have to reset his internet or anything, just has to do that. Actually, I've got high hopes. You know, I want to see you in these 123s. I think we had a safety car within the first lap of the second race, the reverse grid last week. Yeah, would you like that? It looks like things are about to get underway for the second round. He is racing in the Haas, yes. In the second round of the EMS 2021 Racing League. Gonna have to get used to these camera controls again. But it is what it is. I'm sure I'll get used to them over the coming weeks as we get into this. So far, only currently 12. I think 12 drivers, 11 drivers have made it here, but they can join later on. A change to the regulations for today. Instead of a two sets of 25% races with a reverse grid, we've got a one race 50% race after an 18-minute qualifying session. We've travelled halfway around the world to Australia, Melbourne City Circuit, 16 corners, 3 DRS zones. It should be quite a good race. Obviously, the key overtaking area is going to be around, well, into turn 1, into turn 3, and into turn 13. But you can get a couple right at the end of sector 2 as well. This 5.3 kilometer circuit, it's actually considered a street circuit. Doesn't feel like one, obviously, because of the extended runoff areas around half the corners. You know, if you think of street circuits, you think of like Baku and Monaco with the very tight, you know, no room for error walls and barricades. But here is much different. You've got quite the runoff. I appreciate the bits, Ben Slater. That'd be lovely. Hopefully they'll give you a bit of luck in that Williams today. I think you got a couple of points last time out, if I'm not mistaken. Obviously, our championship leader, Sir Reese, isn't in the lobby right now. Might have to start from the back of the grid. Yeah, you got 14 points last time out, but who will be the first one out to track? Last time it was Scatboarder. He was the first one out on track. And we shall see who's the first one out today. It'll be the Red Bull. Scatboarder's also coming out, but I believe, yes. Oh, we got, was that Williams ahead of him? Go, see if I can get on the first man out. It's Esslinger in the Haas, the first man onto track today. Forget how you change the camera. There you go. Just doesn't want me to change the camera, I guess. We'll ride on board. Got to get the lap data up. There we go. Lovely stuff. So S-Winger in the Haas, currently sitting on 30 points. In fact, oh! A dreadful start to the session by the man who was first out on track. We're out to second man on track now. GWR 63 had some clean racing last time out, and maybe today on a 50% race, a man who can, I don't think he had any penalty points, maybe one 3-second penalty last time out. If you can keep it clean on a 50% race, you can put yourself in quite a position. Obviously, it's all about consistency, and the longer the race, the more consistent you are, the better. This is where I think a lot of people will have trouble. Even I have trouble around here. You get too much curb. But let's see. This will be the first man to start a time lap today in the Red Bulls. Currently sitting on 20 points. Not 20 points, sorry. 6 points. And the Ferrari has left the session. One of the Ferraris. The second Ferrari. The leading Ferrari, of course, El Senado. But here we go. GWR 63 will start his first lap of the session and the first time lap of the session in that Red Bull. I don't know why it's saying, there we go, it was saying 2 minutes. Now it's saying 2 seconds. I don't know, it's a bit buggy it seems. But let's see what GWR can do. Might be my connection. Who knows? I know I'm not the only one on the internet this time around. So far it's looking quite clean. And with Vulgano also out in the racing point. Oh, the host is migrating. Okay, some technical issues today. In the EMS Racing League. That's fine, it happens. You can't always be perfect. Always going to be a few issues. I'm sure we'll get underway soon. Maybe a slight little break. Maybe the online's having a few issues today. I'm still in the lobby apparently. Everyone else is red. I don't know what that means. Am I still live? Is there any issues? No, there's no issues on the stream. I'm sure we'll get back into it shortly. What, yeah, indeed. What a start. It's fine. I'm free all night. Not working tomorrow morning. I might pop in a little bit though, but so it should be fine. Oh, the Formula 1 servers died, huh? Have they really? Alright, kick most people out. That's kind of weird. Like, let me see if I can just join an online unranked race. See what happens. Yeah, other servers seem fine. I don't know. That's a bit buggy. it looks like we're getting back up to scratch. A little bit of a server issue for sure, but it should be fine. All right, hopefully, second time's the charm. Estwing has just been saved from his hellacious crash. I'll restart the the intro so people don't have to watch the initial bit. But here we are. We've travelled halfway across the world. From Canada to Australia. The regulations have changed. It's not two 25% races with a reverse grid now. It's one 50% race. Consistency will be key. We'll still have an 18-minute qualifying session. A little bit of technical issues saved S-Winger from that huge crash. Indeed, our race leader still yet to connect to the session. Australia, though, certainly a bit of a fan favourite circuit. At least for me it is. Always a big fan of Australia. It's like a street circuit hybrid. It is a street circuit, but due to all of the runoff, it doesn't feel like one. You know, you look at Monaco, you look at Baku, Hanoi even, and the new Jeddah street circuit coming this year. They are way less forgiving if you if you make a mistake. Really going through the rundown again. Of course, the lap record here. Our lap record for Canada was a 1:11.0, which was beaten by Reese, smashed by Reese in the race. He got a 1:8.5. The lap record here in Australia on race day is a 1:21.1. Let's see who'll be the first one out of the pits this time. Get those first laps on the board in this 18-minute qualifying session. Let's go down and see if anyone's made their way out that I didn't see. No, doesn't seem like it. Ashley Goodwin, 12 in the Mercedes. Going to get some screen time today, but he's not the first one out. Let's have a look. It'll be Ben Slater in the Williams is the first one out today. Let's get the old lap the data on. Oh, he's already had a bit of a mishap. Gonna keep on? I don't know. He's got some. I imagine he won't because of the wing damage. Will go out. That means it will be Ashley Goodwin 12 out next. No, S-Winger's gone past him. Okay, S-Winger will be the first one to set a time lap because I don't imagine Ben Slater will continue on. He'll go into the pits. He took a bit of wing damage. Of course, when the race gets going after this 18-minute qualifying session, I mentioned before the technical issues, the best overtaking spots on this track. Going to be into turn 1, into turn 3, and into turn 13 on this 16-lap circuit. You can also get a little bit of business done throughout turn 8 in the way to turn 11 as well. Just up this straight here, you can get quite a bit of overtaking done. But let's see if S-Winger can keep it on the track this time. He'll set the first timed lap of the day, I imagine. Unless Ben Slater does continue on with that wing damage. He's just ahead of him now. We'll see, I guess. If he does, I'll switch to him. Almost got some screen time for Ashley Goodwin. He's fallen. He's gonna. You know what? That McLaren behind him might get a little bit of the toe on the Haas. That's gonna be Paul Todd. Paul Toddy right behind him. Appreciate the follow. So we'll see if Ben Slater does go. We've got some yellow flags. Oh, that's just people going slow though. Yeah, Ben Slater goes into the pits trying to repair that front wing, and it will be S-Winger who starts the first timed lap of the session in the Haas. Currently sitting, I believe, on 30 points. Haas, I think, are leading the constructors. Yes, they are. 57 points. Just 4 points ahead of the AlphaTauri. And both Haas have once again showed up today. Looking to add some more points in there. I mean, of course, people can join later on. They can get here after qualifying's finished. They have to start, obviously, well, it would be from 12th onwards. 26-7 in the first sector for S-Winger. Let's see how he does in Sector 2. Really goes tight on the grass there around that corner. I've got to turn the map on so I can see if we have some thrown away laps. Always enjoy having the map on really tight in there, right round this bit here. You can get some problems if you get too much curb on the exit there. Oh, Skateboarder set the first lap. I must have missed that one. 1:23.6, the time to beat. Provisional pole in the Alfa Romeo. He went out first last time. I don't know why I didn't think he'd go out first this time. Let's see if S-Winger can beat the 1:23.6 set by the Alfa Romeo of Skateboarder. Coming around that final corner. Oh, bit wide though. Collected a bit of gravel. Well, a bit of grass. What does he get though? Goes 120. 128. I believe next one out will be what? Paul Todd. Yeah. Oh no, he's not. He's going to go for maybe another time lap. It seems. He's now starting his time lap. We'll watch the McLaren. S-Winger still on provisional pole. 128. Followed by a 129 from his teammate Kimi Räikkönen, 98 in the other Haas. We're still yet to see times from GWR 63. Ben Slater, who took that early wing damage. Well, El Senado set his time now, but we'll watch Paul Todd. You know, he was unfortunate in our reverse grid race last time out. He was really high up in the points, but I think got into a bit of a scuffle, fell down, and was on a great recovery drive to get back in the points. I'm sure he'd love to start higher up on the grid today. Currently 9th, 140. Must have had some trouble in his lap, as he's just picked up a bit of grass once again there. I imagine he might abandon this one. I don't know. We'll see. 4 seconds off his last lap time. Going to need a lot more than 4 seconds off his lap time, though, to really challenge that top 8. 1:23.6, the time to beat to get into that top 8. 1:20.8, though, the provisional pole time today. A little bit of traffic here. Didn't get caught up in it too much. Coming around that final corner to 1:16. Almost slamming straight into the barricade, but not a bad lap time. Puts him up to 6th. So we're still yet to see a lap time from Ben Slater, who is on a lap. He's on a hot lap. In fact, just gone purple in Sector 1. In the Williams. The leading man on the track right now. We've got the Ferrari just starting Sector 2. And we've got the McLaren of Todd, who I imagine is maybe on an in-lap right now. Oh no! Ben Slater! I told you, you get too much curb! Going around that corner, coming out of the chicane, and you're going to go for a ride. We'll go back on the Ferrari, who's coming up on Ben Slater right now. He's just passed him. The wave yellows might slow the Ferrari down. We'll have to wait and see. Slater he's out of the session after that crash. He's going to be starting from the back, I imagine. Huge collision, got too much curb out of the chicane. And the Ferrari of Sonado coming into the pits. We've got, who is that up there? The Alfa Romeo on an outlap right now. Skateboarder, currently the last of the people who finished the time lapse. Sir Reese, our championship leader, is in the session now. I'm sure we'll be looking for another pole. He got pole in the qualifying last week by quite some distance. Currently sits top of the Drivers' Championship and has dragged Renault into 3rd. His teammate yet to score a point. This season, I think his teammate yet to show up for a race. But let's see if Skateboarder can improve on his 1:23.6, the slowest of the currently set-timed cars, starting his hot lap. He'll be the first one out on track on a hot lap. You see behind him, I believe that's Rapid Vorno, currently in 3rd with a 1:21.1. Looking to start a hot lap of his own, maybe try and put himself onto that front row. We'll watch nice and closely. In fact, you know what? We'll go on board with the Alfa Romeo. Get that great view. Really see all those minuscule movements he's making on the wheel. See how close he goes to the grass here. Not too close. Ooh, quick switch of racing line there. Trying to find that ideal line. Yellow flags in sector 1. I imagine that's just someone going slowly. I don't imagine the spins happen there. Nice. Ooh, doesn't even go on the curbs. What we're looking at 106 so far for Skatboarder. Almost catches some gravel there. The penultimate corner can be a tricky one to get. And then the final corner, hugging that apex tightly, coming out nowhere near the wall. Great exit. And what will it be? It's a 1:23.0. It is an improvement on his time, but it's not far enough of an improvement. We'll see what Vorno's on. Oh, he's on an outlap. I'm looking at the wrong car, that's why. Silly me, I'm looking... I thought GWR was supposed to be in a Red Bull, so I was looking at the wrong team. He's just gone second. The lack of Red Bull colours threw me off. Oh wait, there we go. We've got our championship leader on an outlap right now is Elbers in the Alpha Tauri with a 1:26. Provisional pole, but let's see what this man can do. Our championship leader on his outlap. Although the game graphic is telling me he's on a 3-minute long lap. You love the glitches. Let's see if our championship leader has anything to say about the current time set. Just entering sector 2 right now. Maybe distance himself from that Ferrari. Don't want to give the Ferrari a bit of a tow. I mean, Sonado did pretty solid. In fact, Sonado was one of his real race-winning challenges in that second reverse grid race. He was on net first for quite some time. And GWR 63. I'm assuming he is racing for Red Bull unless he switched teams accidentally or something. I'm not sure. He's normally in the Red Bull, but currently today racing in the Racing Point. But here comes our championship leader looking to start his hot lap. Let's see what he can do. Make an indent on El Sonado, who just ahead of him is now on provisional pole of a 1:21. Will he go purple in sector 1? We shall wait and see. Coming towards the end of sector 1. Purple's like a 26 something. Not quite. Oh no, he does go purple. Okay. Our championship leader going purple in sector 1. The only man to not set a time in the session so far is our current championship leader. Provisional pole is a 1:21. And let's see how he does here in sector 2. Doesn't go purple in sector 2. Really tight on the grass there. Can we see Sir Reese get a second consecutive pole position? Still 1/3 of qualifying left to go. Still 6 minutes. Plenty of time for people to get in another good lap. Another good 2 laps even. Rounding that final corner though is our championship leader. Uses all the apex. And comes across the line. That's not going to be pole. In fact, that's only going to be good enough to put our championship leader in 6th. Who behind him is on a lap? Is Ashley Goodwin on a lap? He is indeed. In the Mercedes. We've had a spin. We've had a bit of trouble. Let's have a look at this. Where is this? Oh, he's come back to the pits now. Damn, I've been robbed of seeing it. Who are we on? We're on the Haas. Nah, I said I was going to commit to Ashley Goodwin 12. We'll commit. We'll commit as we've got another yellow flag in sector 3. The other Ferrari, Tristan, is back in the pits. I think he also would have taken too much curb, similar to Ben Slater. But at least he's managed to get a lap in. He's currently P9. Can Ashley Goodwin do enough to push himself further up the top 10? Currently sitting 10th. Still 4 minutes to go, almost 5 minutes to go in this qualifying session. And Kimi Räikkönen 98 in the other Haas by just 700ths of a second takes provisional pole. Look at that, less than a second separating first through to, what, 8th? Just over a second between first and 8th. That's a tight grid. Let's see what Ashley Goodwin can do. It doesn't look like he's going to improve on his time. In fact, he's going into the pits. So we're now watching Scatboarder, also on a time lap. In fact, he's got his fastest sector through sector 2. Currently sitting in 11th, the slowest of the timed cars. Of course, Ben Slater yet to get a time. Struggled in qualifying last week as well, did the Williams driver. He'll be going into the pits as well. Let's go behind him. To Eswinger, going around that final corner. Currently sitting 5th. Was on provisional pole earlier. Does he have enough in that car to move up? Yes, he does. Moves up to 3rd. Cut 6 tenths. And he's back on the 2nd row. The leading car on the 2nd row. Next to set a time is going to be Paul Toddy, 19. Coming around that final corner. Not looking like a great lap, though. On 126. Behind him, that will be GWR 63. But it's an out lap. He's about to start his hot lap. Like I said, I'm normally in the Red Bull. I don't know if he's just... Oh, coming close there. The Mercedes and the Racing Point. Maybe the camera angle made it look closer than it actually was. But we'll see how GWR 63 does. Currently sitting 4th. Currently on the 2nd row of this 50% race. All about consistency. And I praised this guy last time out. Very consistent. Barely picked up a penalty. I don't know. He's going quite slow. This won't be a time lap by this guy. By GWR. Estwinger, though. Coming towards that final corner. Going to go into the pits. No, maybe looking at... Yep, going into the pits. Okay, so the next one out on track coming towards the end of the lap is Paul Todd. And he's actually 1/10 faster going through that 2nd sector than he has been all evening. He's going to commit, try and finish this lap, try and move up higher than 8th. Using all that curb around the final corner. And here comes Paul Toddy across the line. That's going to move him up to 6th ahead of our championship leader. Not been the best outing for Sir Reese so far. And we'll keep going down. Who else is either coming close? We've got the Alpha Tauri here on an out lap. Going to keep looking, see who's on a timed lap. Ashley Goodwin 12 is. Currently sitting 10th at the start of his lap. See if he can move himself up the field. Of course, 9th place has no other opportunity to set a lap. So if Ashley Goodwin 12 can pump a solid lap out here, Tristan in that other Ferrari won't have any chance to fight back. Just over a minute left. People want to cross that finish line and get their last lap going. This will definitely be Ashley Goodwin's last lap. And after he crosses the line, we'll go through, view everyone behind him. First of which is looking like it's going to be Elbers, who's currently coming towards the end of Sector 1. I wish I could get it to show multiple times on the right-hand side. That would be a nice touch. Maybe on 2021 we can get that feature. But Ashley Goodwin, 2 tenths up on his best time. He's got to cut his time down, though, by over a second if he wants to challenge that other Ferrari. Of course, Ashley, the only Mercedes to have points so far this season. Oh, and he's gone a little wide there. But he's got to finish this lap. He's got to commit to it. Bit bumpy around that final corner. Will it be enough to improve his time? Just about. Now we go back to Elbers is the next one. On a timed lap, he's 300ths up on his fastest time, but he seems to have thrown the lap. Who's ahead of them? The Ferrari. He's also 900ths up in second. Can he do enough to do pole? In fact, if he finishes this lap 900ths up on his best lap time, he'll be on provisional pole. Sonado looking across the finish line. Will it be enough for pole? Yes, it will. But no, where is it? Estwinger coming across the line. That's not going to be enough for pole. Who's next across the line? His teammate, Kimi Räikkönen, 98, looking to get pole back right at the dying embers of the session. Crosses the line in second. By 3 thousandths of a second. Who else is out right now? Oh, it'll be Rapid Vorno, sorry, next one across the line. Can he improve? Can he take that pole position away? It's not looking like it. He won't improve. But he'll improve, but not enough. His teammate also crosses the line, doesn't improve. Actually, Goodwin 12 will be the last one, I believe, to cross the line. Doesn't improve. And that means we have a new pole sitter here in EMS. In the form of the Ferrari El Sonado, the new pole sitter. The Haas is looking quite formidable again by 3 thousandths of a second. Look at that. The top 8 separated by a second. What a qualifying session. Action-packed. 18 minutes. I doubt Sir Reese will be too happy with his lap time. He got pole. Oh, he was only on the mediums. Jesus. I've just noticed. But now we head. I hope there's a formation lap so it doesn't catch me off guard again and cut straight to 5 red lights. The game doesn't give me too much information though. It just goes, bam, is it a formation lap or is it not? I don't know. We'll find out. You're not miles off the pace. You're 10th. 4 cars behind you, I believe. We'll see what happens though in the race. 50%. I believe that'll be a 29 lap race around this 5.3 kilometer circuit. It's going to be around, what, 153.5 kilometer race. Look at that quick maths. We await this race to get going. Seconds until the session gets underway. I wasn't paying attention to see if there was a formation lap. Oh, okay, here we go. I hope that's not the 5 red lights. It is the 5 red lights! No formation lap and a good getaway by our pole sitter, but also a great getaway by the Haas in second. He cuts in, slips right in behind El Sonado. Seems like no big collisions. Oh, wait a minute, the racing point! And it looks like the McLaren's had troubles as well. Lee Kahler in that second McLaren. Miles, he looks like he's had a giant collision. One of the racing points also had some problems as well. Someone's just gone right off the track as well. Rapid Vorno in the racing point, 5 tenths off the back of Paul Todd. In fact, you know what? We'll take a look at Paul Todd right now because he's only 3 tenths off the back of RBR Elbers. Look at that, right on the gearbox of that AlphaTauri. And we've had, what's happened? Something's happened back. What is this? The Alfa Romeo has taken a spin. Something's happened to Sir Reese as well, all the way back in 11th. Our championship leader. 1 second separates the front two already. El Sonado with a great start. I want to go up. I want to go into third place because we've got the two Haas boys right behind each other. We'll go on board. Oh, the McLaren goes quite wide. There was a collision. There was a collision between the McLaren of Paul Todd and the Racing Point of Rapid Vorno. And right behind him now. We'll go on board. As GWI, I believe, supposed to be racing in the Red Bull, goes ahead of Paul Toddy and that McLaren, but it looks like Toddy's going to have a better exit. No DRS just yet, though. Going to have to wait till lap 3, but it might not be enough. You might not need the DRS. Going to try and go round the outside, the long way round. Maybe the old switchback, not going to work on this kind of corner, though, because you're straight into another left-hander, but he's going to hug tight right behind GWI at 63. I'm interested to see what happens here as we get to the next big straight. Picking up a little bit of dirt there is the Racing Point ahead of Paul Toddy 19. Oh, look at that. Getting right. Oh, almost a little shunt. In fact, he's come off worse for wear. I want to go ahead a little bit, actually, because you look at the Alpha Tower. He's got the other Racing Point of Rapid Vorno right behind him. Beautiful rear camera. And then just ahead of us here, 2 temps separate the two Haas boys. And then 1 second, almost 2 seconds up the road, El Sonado in that Ferrari is safe. No chance of him being caught in that DRS. These two, though, real close. 5 temps separate the two Haas. And lap 3, which means I believe now DRS has been enabled. El Sonado and that Ferrari set the fastest lap of the race. And is that going to break the lap record? Not quite. The lap record of 1:24.1. Sonado setting himself a 1:24.2. Got an overtake back in the field. Tristan getting past Paul Toddy. Toddy might have some damage, perhaps. I mean, he's dropping back. He did have that collision with the Racing Point. Might have lost a bit of front wing. But a nice overtake. I wish there was a replay function. We've got one of the McLarens in the pits already. Vorno. 5 temps behind the Alpha Tower of Elbers, sorry. We look at the driver's standing. Elbers currently sitting on 20 points. And Vorno currently sitting on 2. So, if he can finish ahead of Elbers here, he's going to launch himself right up. I mean, it's early days in this calendar. I think it's a 12-race calendar. The gaps are starting to form here. Going to need to just stay within that DRS range. Open that rear wing, you see. Rear wing nice and open. And it's our yellow flag in sector 3. Someone gone off, perhaps. Let's go backwards. I've gone forwards. I saw a yellow flag in sector 3. I'm not sure who that affected, but we'll go on board. Paul Toddy, who's right behind the Racing Point of GWR 63 here. And he's going to go into the pit, so I'm going to assume it was GWR 63 and Paul Toddy. Slow around that corner. Almost came to contact with Ashley Goodwin 12, who's started 10th. He's currently up into 8th place, although 2 seconds off 7th. Ben Slater with a great start, might I add. I mean, he's really jumped up. Started last, plumb last in this Grand Prix as people start to pit now. It's not giving me an interval anymore. I'm having to guess. No interval, but we're going to stay on board with the Haas boys. I'm going to assume about 3 tenths. Yeah, look at this. No, I'm not getting anything here. The game is not giving me any sort of information. Perhaps it's a connection issue. But we'll see S. Winger right behind Kimi Räikkönen 98, but then right ahead of them, Sonado, with quite the gap. I'm looking at the track right now, and it looks like Paul Toddy is right on the back of the Mercedes of Ashley Goodwin 12. Let's get on board. DRS could play a huge factor in this on-track battle. Oh, got a bit of the gravel, has the Mercedes. It's going to hold up the McLaren here. A lot of cars, I believe, coming into the pits. some undercuts, maybe some 2 stops. If they don't come out on the hard tyres. And look at this, DRS. All that extra pace. Oh, wait a minute. Wheel to wheel round the corner. Who's come out ahead? Oh, Paul Todd by an absolute mile. There we go. I've got the intervals back. And Toddy back up to 7th. I believe qualified in 6th. Who's pitted? Let's have a look. How is the pits? How are the pits looking? So only 3 cars have stopped so far. And this battle of the Hasses up front for that 2nd place spot. You've got to think it's going to get to a point where surely they're going to have to make a team decision. Because, you know, Raikkonen in the other Haas, and the leading Haas isn't really catching the Ferrari. And you need to be going a decent amount faster than the car ahead to get past on most of the portions of this lap. It's not, with the exception of the DRS zones, it's not the easiest track to get a pass on. You've got to wonder if there'll be a team order at some point to see if Eswinger can close the ground towards Sonado. Really close. I mean, they might just be slowing each other down. They're going to play it safe. They don't want to cost the team points. They're currently leading the championship. And I was going to say Ashley Goodwin's just got an overtake, but no, Paul Toddy has gone into the pits, which puts Ashley Goodwin up to 7th. The only other big on-track battle right now would be the AlphaTauri of Elbers, and a man who I believe is supposed to be in a Red Bull, but in a Racing Point right now. GWR, nice exit. Let's see if DRS gives them the advantage, and they don't quite get past Toddy. They're trying for the undercut. We're nearly going 3 abreast, almost a collision. Nearly going 3 abreast. We might go 3 abreast. Can he slip through the middle? He can't. He's going to have to be patient. Elbers, though, wheel to wheel with the McLaren. The McLaren going to come out on top in this exchange, but Elbers slips right past him and takes that final points position. I'm going to stay on board with this battle because there's 5 temps separating 3 cars here. GWR are going to be waiting for that next DRS zone coming up right at the end of Sector 2. He's fallen back just a little bit. It seems like the Haas boys have made the switch. Eswinger is now ahead of Kimi Raikkonen 98 at the top of the grid, only by 1/10. DRS might not help GWR too much in this situation, because obviously Toddy's also getting some DRS on Elbers. Raikkonen has fallen back by 4/10. Skatboarder is also coming up behind our championship leader with quite some pace. Let's go up towards Skatboarder here. Going to use DRS. Coming right up behind the Renault. Not close enough to make a big challenge this time. We've got to go down because now they're on the home straight. Here we go. Toddy right behind. He's defending up the inside. Is the AlphaTauri, but will it be enough? Round the outside, has the inside line on the second part of the chicane. End of the next straight. We'll have 10th position. But now again, the AlphaTauri coming right back up, almost 3 wide. And almost a collision. Great racing between these two. And look at GWR again, having that clean race. He's playing it patient. He's playing the patient game. 4 stops have happened so far in this race. Everyone still has to stop at least once. And on this occasion, Paul Toddy going to be the one to come out ahead. 7 laps of 29. Sonado's gap at the top is coming down, though. It's come down by about 5/10. This is going to be an interesting battle throughout this entire race. But I believe Skatboarder's also passed Sir Reese up to 8th. Follow on board with these two here. Oh, wait a minute! Elbers took too much curb. I said that could be a possibility. And he span, luckily kept it from going off the track. Doesn't look like there's too much damage on the AlphaTauri. But he's fallen back to 12th and he's considered out. He's pretty much out of that fight now. We'll go up now. We'll keep our eyes on the other Racing Point. Within that DRS range, coming up behind the McLaren of Paul Toddy. Right behind him, 4 tenths going to get another whiff of DRS though on this straight. 4 tenths separated, but look at that extra speed. 4 tenths, 3 tenths, 2 tenths. Not close enough to make a big push. Oh, a yellow flag in sector 1. And that is going to be, I believe, the AlphaTauri once again. I don't know why he's getting another yellow flag though. Doesn't look to be going slowly. But GWR has gone round Paul Todd. Paul Todd has picked up quite a lot of dirt. Got off the track a little bit. And that's got GWR, a man who I've said over the last couple of races has just played it clean and consistent. And I want to point out, by the way, the leading Haas from second positions going into the pits, perhaps. I mean, it won't be an undercut. He had all that free air ahead of him. But he's going in. We'll see. We'll see if he can pull off an undercut. He's going in before the man. He's going to have to make 5 seconds up on our race leader, El Senado, in that Ferrari. And let's see where he comes out. Let's go behind him. Crossing that start-finish line right now is Ashley Goodwin, 12. Doesn't come out ahead. The Haas way far up the field. Yellow flag in sector 3. Someone else? Is that Elbers again? That's Elbers again. Again, probably taken too much curb. And it's gone for a spin. We've also got our first... Oh, Elbers has retired from the session. The man currently sitting with 20 points in the Drivers' Championship has retired from the session, our first retiree. Ooh, well, it won't be a safety car, but that is right on the edge of the track. Yellow flags, double waved yellows. There isn't really a really close fight at the moment, but let's really go on board with our race leader. Currently the fastest lap. Let's see what the fastest lap of the race is. Yeah, 1:24.2. Not quite beating the lap record. Very close to it though. Let's talk about that. This race so far from his teammate though in third, Tristan. Started 9th, currently 3rd. And then talk about Slater. Started from the back of the grid. Currently 4th. I believe he's yet to pit though. All these people coming out on the hard, trying to make the one-stop work. Estwinger just coming out of it, well, oh, sorry. Kimi Räikkönen coming out of the pitch just behind his teammate. Almost said tag. Whoa! Whoa, who was that? I mean, that was Slater. Yeah, Slater's had a bit of an issue. On the what, second corner? He's gone wide again. He's got no front wing. I can't get a good angle, but yeah, it looks like he's got some damage to that front wing. He was having such a good race too. Coming all the way from the back. Look, now the Racing Point going to come up behind him. No front wing near enough on the front of that Williams. Ashley Goodwin has come out of the pits in 11th. But, oh my God, Slater's going to have such a long pit stop here. Going to cost him drastically. Anyone close right now? We've got GWR 63 and that Racing Point really closing down behind our championship leader, Sir Reese, in the lone Renault once again. And then just behind him, 2 seconds off, is Paul Toddy in that McLaren. Pretty much everybody at this stage of the race has pit. Still 5 more that need to. Our race leader and his teammate currently almost an entire pit stop ahead of his second place compatriot in the Ferrari. We'll go on board now because this is going to be a tight fight. Oh, he's just slipped free. He just slipped right past him. GWR again playing a nice clean race. Let's see how this pit strategy has worked out for him. Ben Slater's in the pit. That's going to be a long pit stop. He's going to need a new front wing. Yellow flag in sector 3. Who is that? That is the Mercedes of Ashley Goodwin, 12. He could have got up to 10th due to that long pit stop by Ben Slater. But will he now? Will he come out in 10th? Or has Ben Slater come out in the pits? He has. Oh, very close. Just about. Just about. What's another close one here? I want to go back to the McLaren of Paul Toddy. Less than a second separates him and our championship leader in that Renault. Let's see what Paul Toddy can do here. 4 tenths separating the two cars. Sir Reese not having the best race here around the Melbourne City street circuit. Paul Toddy going to be the next man to overtake the championship leader here, right behind him as we come towards the end of Sector 2. And he's done it. He's made the pass, and Toddy up to 8th. And now our race leader, he's coming into the pits. Estwinger, oh, doesn't quite. Is he going to come out ahead of him? Neck and neck through that first corner, but our race leader comes out in the lead. But let's watch on board now, because that 5-second lead that he had over the Haas has gone. It's 3/10 now. We've got a 5-second penalty for the Alpha for speeding in the pit lane. 5/10 separating the Haas of Estwinger and the net race leader of El Senado. Of course, Tristan currently in the lead, started 9th, still has to pit. One of, I think, 2 cars, maybe 3 cars that have to, no, yeah, one of 2 cars. No, the only car that hasn't pit yet. Now, going for the long game. This is essentially battle for net lead, and El Senado starting to pull away from the Haas just as he did at the start of this race. Almost a second, almost clear of DRS. That rear wing's open. And El Senado now going to be in DRS range of his teammate. Surely Tristan he doesn't get in the way. He doesn't jeopardize Senado's race. Surely. He's going into the pits. Going to set Senado free, but also give Senado a nice healthy dose of DRS just to keep him ahead of Estwinger. But where does Tristan come out? This will be interesting. Started 9th, and after the first run of pit stops, where will Tristan come out? Currently 4th. Has he come out? He's still in the pits. Currently 5th. Looks like he's going to come out of the pits in 5th. What a race from Tristan, the other Ferrari. To start 9th and be up to 5th. But look, Senado, let's get some eyes on him. We haven't had too much eyes. Oh, wait. Is that Scatboarder? Scatboarder's spotted in Sector 3. He's down to 11th. As I was just about to say, we haven't had eyes on this man too much this race. He's pretty much raced a perfect race. He's led, not every lap, but he's been in the net lead for every lap. And he's now creating a 2-second gap between himself and Estwinger. We'll go down now to 9th position, because it looks like our championship leader, Sir Reese, is coming up on the behind of the Mercedes of Ashley Goodwin 12. I mean, 5 seconds back, you've got Scatboarder after his spin. The only 2 cars with penalties so far are Rapid Vorno and Scatboarder. I believe Scatboarder a 5-second, Vorno a 3-second. 9/10 separate the Renault and the Mercedes right now. Oh, wait a minute. Fastest lap of the race, and that is a new track record for Senado, beating the old 124.1 with a 123.5. So Reese still 7/10 off the back of Ashley Goodwin. He's going to have the DRS though as we enter Sector 3. Can he make good use of it? Close that gap down to 3/10. Who will break later? Who has it in him? Still not close enough to make a big push. He is right behind that Mercedes though. Right behind, right in the gearbox. This is the closest current fight on the field. And it is really close as we go into that final corner. Who will get the better exit? This is key. Ashley Goodwin's going to want to dump all of his reserved energy here to stay ahead of that charging Renault. Here comes the championship leader. He doesn't go to defend the inside, and it looks like the Renault's going to breeze past the Mercedes. Oh, no, not quite. Mercedes is back ahead. Ashley Goodwin is back ahead of the Renault. Wheel-to-wheel action here for 9th. Let's get the onboard. Let's get the onboard of the Mercedes driver. Our championship leader following him very closely. Just 5/10 separate, and these are the closest 2 cars on the track right now. We've only had 1 retiree so far in this Grand Prix. And Scatboarder, all while this battle is going on, Scatboarder, who spun 2 or 3 laps ago, is cut that gap from 5 seconds to 3. And it looks like Sir Reese is right on the back of him. Gonna get DRS again. This time it's only 4 temps. Instead of 7 temps, you're gonna see the charging Renault. The rear wing opened. That extra bit of pace. Not gonna be enough, but Skateboarder almost under 3 seconds now. Gonna join the back of this fight. Oh no, poor exit by the Mercedes. Sir Reese is right on the gearbox. Look how close these two cars are. And you see Skateboarder in the background. Yellow flag in sector 1. That's Ben Slater. He's having more troubles. He's got to speed up quick because that fight is catching up to him. He's got going again. He's got going again. Ashley Goodwin keeping it ahead of the Renault. And then just 2.5 seconds down the road, Skateboarder recovering from that spin. Ashley Goodwin's chopped 9 seconds off of the gap to Ben Slater. Oh no! Goodwin! He's smashed against the wall. He's lost his wing and he's lost his position. And that, I imagine that will mean Skateboarder should get right on the back of him. But Goodwin's still fighting with that chipped wing. Here comes Skateboarder right on the back. I imagine if Ashley Goodwin will come in for a wing change and maybe onto mediums, maybe onto some fresh mediums. And I don't know if you can make them last to the end, but it might be worth a shot. He's going to struggle. He's going to be going very slow through here. Yep. DRS now for the Alpha, and I imagine this will be easy pickings for Skateboarder, who's going to get a recovery drive after that spin and maybe get to 10th here. Brakes a little later and just zips right past him. You know how I said Ben Slater's had another issue. He's gone a bit too far wide, and Sir Reese has just jumped Ben Slater into 8th. And is he going to pit again? He is, and then so is Goodwin behind him. Who will have the quicker pit crew? Who will have the better stop here? I'm interested to watch this because this is going to be for that final point. Going to need a change of rear wing, but I believe front wing. Sorry, both going to need a change of wing. Who's going to come out first? It's going to be Goodwin. Goodwin. Oh, it's close! Ah, but Slater just about comes out ahead. I want to go back up the field now. Because Skateboarder, who was hunting down that battle between Sir Reese and the Renault and Ashley Goodwin and the Mercedes, is now just 1.2 seconds off the back of our championship leader. Almost under a second, almost into DRS zone, DRS range, I should say. In fact, he is now within DRS range. 9 temps, 8 temps, 6 temps. And GWR in that racing point for his second pit stop. As is Paul Toddy, going to cover each other off. Who will have the better pit? DRS wide open for the Alpha. Can he get an overtake? 2 overtakes in a row. Right behind the Renault. Going to need that precision drive and try and force the Renault into a mistake. Really close. Who's going to get the better exit? Yellow flag in sector 1. And that might be an easy overtake for the Alfa Romeo. Slips right past the Renault and up to 8th. And will he get away cleanly? He's got the Renault right on the gearbox. 1/10 separates him. Even with DRS. Barely got ahead of Sir Reese there. You're seeing the gaps start to form now. GWR has come out in 6th after his pit, and Toddy's still 10 seconds down the road. I wonder how many people have been lapped at this point of the race. If we look, Lee Kaler, Ashley Goodwin 12, all the way up to 10th have been lapped by our race leader. Sir Reese still right behind Skateboarder, 5 temps off. The closest battle on the field, these two. They were battling from all the way back in 11th, and they've pushed their way up to 8th and 9th respectively after an incident from Ben Slater and also an incident from Ashley Goodwin 12. It's all about consistency. See if DRS will play a factor once again on the home straight. I mean, not too far up the road, might I add. Less than 5 seconds is the McLaren, the lead McLaren of Paul Toddy. At DRS, the rear wing wide open on the Renault, cuts it down to 6/10, but it's not going to be close enough. This is the biggest fight on the track right now, the battle for 8th. If we go further up the field, which I will do now, Sonado is in free air. You know, he's got in fact, the championship leader is the next car that he will come up on. You get probably quite a few laps time. They are, I imagine they're lapping at a relatively similar pace. Let's have a look at the fastest lap. Oh no, damn! Sir Reese's fastest lap, 4 seconds off the pace of Sonado. He's really been killing it here in Australia. Almost won the reverse grid race in Canada. Well, it looked like he was almost going to win it. It didn't in the end. But we're watching him now really putting himself in a strong position to win this race. He's 6 seconds up the field now from the lead Haas car of S-Winger. And he's just got to play it calm, play it collective, and he should find his way home. Still 10 laps to go, though. Anything can happen. Several cars have done their second stop. Will it be their last stop? I'd imagine so. Will anyone else try to do a two-stop strategy? Well, we'll see what tyres they're on, actually. That could be an interesting... Okay. So he's been on the mediums since lap 12. And Sir Reese also on the softs for 7 laps. Sir Reese and Sonado for sure, potentially looking at another stop. I think Estwinger and I think the two Hasses and even Vorno are going to maybe be trying to go to the end on those hards. But I do think Sonado's going to have to make a bit of a gap. I think he might be looking to pit again on mediums. Can he make the mediums go 17 laps? I don't know. Lee Kaler's made those hards go for 16 laps. But he might be looking to pit again soon. Sonado controlling this race right now, but if we go down the field, we'll go back to Sir Reese, who's currently 1.8 seconds off the back of Scatborder. Scatborder's certainly cleared our championship leader. As it stands, Sir Reese still firmly in control of the championship. Adam Fav, his runner-up, currently not even on the field tonight. Estwinger's the closest man to him. Estwinger getting second place here would bring the gap down quite substantially, but it won't. He'll have to win the race to even get close. In fact, if he won the race and got fastest lap, I believe he would take first place, providing Reese doesn't move further up the field. In fact, he's falling further back on Scatborder. But you know who is kind of gaining right now? The other Ferrari. Just lapping the second McLaren of Lee Kaler. He has been gaining on 4th place Rapid Vorno. 3.3 seconds right now on younger mediums. He might be looking to make a second stop. I really think, though, everyone on the hards right now, Scatborder, and then S-Winger, or both the Hasses and Vorno, they might be trying to go to the end on those hard tyres. I think Vorno... I don't know, they might struggle. 12 laps already on hard tyres. Maybe they're going to bust out some softs towards the end. Maybe, I think they pit too early to go to the end on hards. Scatborder maybe. Only 8 lap old hards. It really just depends how they can manage their tyres. I mean, you see people pull off, you know, crazy tyre strategies if you're good at tyre management. Sir Reese coming into the pit on those 8 lap old softs. I reckon he'll come out just behind Ben Slater, who's on 4 lap old mediums right now. He might not even come out behind him. It's going to be quite close. No, he will come out behind him. Tristan cutting that gap. Still 3.3. But you've got to remember, Rapid Vorno, we'll see what the penalty is. He does have a penalty. It is 5 seconds. So as of right now, Tristan just stays within 5 seconds. He'll get 4th. Some yellow flags in sector 3. That's a McLaren. Of who, though? Oh, that's a DNF! That's a DNF! For our leading McLaren! Paul Tuddy has taken a spin. I said before this race started, you'll see, well, we'll go up the field towards someone who's a little closer. In fact, we've got a virtual safety car. But yeah, you see where Kimi Räikkönen 98 has just gone through. You catch two. In fact, I'll go back here. You'll see Rapid Vorno get to that spot soon. You catch too much curb going out of here. Yeah, catch too much curb going out of here, and you just go for a spin. We've seen that so many times in this race. And I also want to point out this could have big implications towards the end of this race. El Senado has just picked up a 5-second time penalty, but he's gone into the pits under the virtual safety car. It's not a free pit stop, but it certainly cuts your pit losses in half. Because obviously under the virtual safety car, you limit the speed you're going at. He's going to come out third, whereas if he'd gone, no, he probably would have still come out third anyway, even if he'd just gone into the pits during regular running. But now, if we go on board with our former race leader El Senado, 5 seconds down the road from the two Haas. Now they could play the team game here. Kimi Räikkönen 98 could do his best to hold up Senado. Senado is going to be on the charge on those fresh softs. 6 laps to go. He's got 6 laps to charge back to first. He's been in the net lead of this race, the entire race. He has 6 laps on fresh softs against old hards to cut that time down and regain the win. He's currently cut it down by almost a second in this first lap. I also want to point out, by the way, that Sir Reese is back ahead of Scatboarder. And Ben Slater is also right back up there, but I believe that's because Scatboarder and Sir Reese have pitted. Oh, not the best there from El Senado, but he's still 3.8 seconds back. And how far? And he's got a 5-second penalty. I said that could become huge. He is going to have to clear these cars ASAP. I did think he'd have to do a 2-stopper just because he went onto the mediums, but those hards are going to be getting old. They're going to be getting grainy. They're going to be getting worn. Let's see him cut down that gap. 2.5 seconds now. Oh, we've got it. Oh, it looked like it was going to be a spin there. Ben Slater's having some trouble once again, losing some time. Yellow flag in sector 1. The Mercedes of Ashley Goodwin 12 has gone for a spin as El Senado set the fastest sector 1 of this race so far. Oh no, Ashley Goodwin's DNF'd. The Mercedes is DNF'd and we've got yellow flags in sector 1 and sector 3. 3 DNFs. We've got 3 DNF set a fastest lap of sector 2. Look at this. We'll go on board now with a leading Ferrari on those fresh softs. Right on the back. Kimi Räikkönen is going to want to hold this Ferrari up as much as he can, but he's not got much to offer. The Ferrari goes past, and now he's got 5 seconds ahead to the leader, the race leader, Estwinger. The man who's currently second. In fact, if the race stays like this and Estwinger can pull out fastest lap, Estwinger might be our championship leader, but he'll get 25 points. That'll put him on 55. Sir Reese is only in 9th, so he's only going to get 2. So yeah, Estwinger would be our championship leader if he can win this race. But I want to point out, not only does El Senado have to overtake Estwinger, he has to overtake him and create a 5-second gap because he has a 5-second time penalty. I want to watch this charge. He's got 4 laps to do it. We've got 3 DNFs. If you finish the race at this point, you're going to get a point. Four seconds now is the gap. He's essentially got to gain, 9 seconds in 4 laps. Because he's got to get 5 seconds up on our race leader. 3.7. I mean, if we go on the eyes of the race leader, You can't quite. You can't quite see him. Oh! Oh, wait! Another DNF! Virtual safety car! Oh, that might cost Sonado. He's not going to be able to make that gap. We've got a virtual safety car. He's losing time in which he could catch. You see him in the background, but he can't gain too much during this VSC. He's still gaining, though, substantially. So Reese's championship lead now will be safe if Espringer wins this race, unless Espringer gets the fastest lap, but it's unlikely on those 17-lap old hards. Virtual safety car is still enabled. The longer this goes, the better it will be for Espringer. Espringer, I don't know why I put a V on it like he's German or something. We've only got 9 runners left. And we're back underway. Tristan has got a drive-through penalty for speeding under the virtual safety car. Oh, and he's had such a good race too. He started 9th. He's currently in 5th. He's looking like he might finish 5th. But he's going to have a drive-through penalty. But he's a minute ahead of Ben Slater, so he should be fine. 1.8 seconds separate the lead. El Sonado has got to get the lead and then get 5 seconds up the road. 3-lap old softs versus 17, now 18-lap hards. 1.3 seconds is the gap. Oh my god. Keep him out of DRS lanes as long as you can if you want the win. Still just outside of the DRS range as Scatboard gone into the pits. He'll come out in 8th. There's a 44-second gap. He has a free pit stop essentially. Will he come out and try for fastest lap maybe? Oh my god, it's under a second. It's under a second. And by the time that next DRS zone comes, oh, it might be easy pickings for the lead Ferrari. 0.3 of a second separate the former race leader, the man who qualified on pole, and the current race leader, the man who qualified, I think, 4th or 3rd. Right on the back of him. Couldn't get it done under that DRS. He's got lap 28, 29. To get past him, but also make a 5-second gap. He has a 5-second time penalty. Let's see if this DRS zone will be enough for Sonado to get the lead. Here we go. He's done it, I think. Oh, it's going to be tight. Who will get the better exit? Sonado's got the DRS though. Sonado now just has to gain 5 seconds in 2 laps, in 1.5 laps. This is big. He's going to have the laps of his life. It might be too far gone. I mean, Kimi Raikkonen, if he can just get 2 seconds up the field, I know that's a lot on these 18-lap old hards. If he can get 2 seconds up the field, he'll be within that 5-second time penalty range. He's gained 1 second, but he's only got 1 lap to do it. The 5-second time penalty might come back to haunt our current race leader. I'm not even sure what the penalty was for. I think it was speeding in the pit lane. Oh my god. Nail-biting positions here for the Ferrari team, looking for their first win of the season. Coming around that final corner, he's gained 1.5 seconds. If he can just, he's got to gain almost triple that in 1 lap. He'll be hoping for a mistake from the Haas boys. Can you hear me drink water? 1.8 seconds. This is the closest battle on the field. It's 1.9 seconds. He's still got 2 sectors to go. 2 seconds. He's got to gain 3 seconds. All Estwinger has to do is play it cool and play it clean. And he will win this race. And he will actually... he will be 1 point behind Sir Reese in the championship. Oh, he's fallen back. Oh, he's running out of time. He's running out of time. In fact, Kimi Raikkonen, we might have to go to the gap to the leader. Raikkonen, okay, he's got to catch up 3 seconds, so he's not going to finish third unless he makes a big mistake. But he's got to gain 2.5 seconds in the last 3 or 4 corners. And he's gone wide too. He is running out of time. The penultimate corner here. He should have won this race, but he sped under the pit lane, and that 5-second penalty. Maybe he'll try and appeal it to the stewards. He crosses the line, but he has a 5-second time penalty, which puts Estwinger into first place. And here comes the second Haas to finish third. Down the field, we've got Vorno in the Racing Point. Last time out, only scored 2 points. This time out, though, going to come home fourth. Has a time penalty, but there's too much of a gap for it to be a major problem. And Vorno coming home. Only picked 2 points up last time. Going to come home fourth. And I'm going, oh, wait. Okay, fucking hell. It got me. I thought he crashed out there, but luckily it was after the finish line. Now Tristan, I want to say, this might be my driver of the day. Started 9th in the second Ferrari, and he's going to come home in 5th. Is that the biggest jump in positions on the field? Oh, Vorno also did it though. Vorno. Oh, it's a tough one. Oh, we got a fastest lap on the last lap. I don't know who that was. That might have been the Ferrari. I think it was. I think Tristan might have set the fastest lap. Well, apparently the game thinks the driver of the day is Ben Slater, and that might be his shout. Started last. It's either him or Tristan, but look at this. Estwinger, because of that 5-second penalty, will take the race win here in Australia. The second race of the season. Maybe that penalty will be appealed by the Ferrari man. And of course, Kimi Raikkonen in third. The two Haas boys, incredibly consistent. That is going to extend their lead at the top of the table. We'll see who got fastest lap. I think Tristan might have got fastest lap. But yeah, I think you may have convinced me. I think, 58, 2 instances of damages in a span. It's not, I think, they were. Well, I don't know. I think Tristan ran a clean race, got fastest lap in the end, and might be my driver of the day simply because I think your damage was self-inflicted. I think you did go for a spinning self-damage. But what a race we had here in Australia. Those 5 seconds, that dramatic finish cost El Senado his maiden race win in the EMS Racing League. Oh, I can't wait for next week. Where are we at next week? Next week we're at Bahrain. That was a good race. I think I might have liked the 25% more just because it was closer the whole way through. And the reverse grid made it hectic. Do a reverse grid race 25% right now. You won't. But what a race it was. I'll see you all next week. Lovely job.